Centuries ago, a group of Native Americans settled in the forest of southwest Ohio, in the area now known as Cedarville. Years after, what used to be their home turned into a park named the Indian Mounds Reserve. The reserve is home to trails through a scenic forest, Massey Creek, a waterfall in a gorge called Cedar Cliff Falls, and the namesake Williamson Mound. Students from the nearby Cedarville University regularly come here for hikes, cross-country practice, and class projects.
I'm on the cross-country team, so I run through here every once in a while. I really enjoy Indian Mound because I think it's so nice how close it is to campus, and the paths are well maintained, and there's a lot of cool rock formations here. Other than just the history of the Indian Mound and the mound itself, there's some pretty cool waterfalls.
Yeah, as far as I know, it was a mound that was built. It's never been excavated. It was built by the Native Americans in this area, and we don't know if it was a burial mound. I think most of the archaeologists that have looked at think it was some kind of outpost. There is an incredible amount of history and some really interesting things geologically. The recent history of the area and the archaeology there as well. There are some really interesting rock formations down there, and we take students on field trips in our science and geology class, and I even have some of my advanced classes do some work in there, and so we have had students work on the erosion of that gorge. It looks like that gorge was cut as the glaciers were melting, and then after that there's some big rock falls that have fallen into the gorge.
The caves around here aren't real solution caves because there's no limestone. They're just talus caves, so that's where boulders are fallen on top of each other to create these pockets of space. They were actually pretty cool talus caves, and they had a lot of rock formations forming on the top, the ceiling, because of the water dripping down, so they're starting to get little formations in them.
As a geologist, you want to be able to get your students out to look at rocks, and so that is really important for especially young geology majors to begin to get their hands and feet dirty, get out in the field and look at real things. And I think my colleagues and I, we say the best geologists have looked at the most rocks and touched the most rocks, and so it's nice that we have that right here in town to be able to do that with. Falls is actually there because there used to be a paper mill that was there, and so they built a dam, and the water goes over top of that dam now, and the water was run around the dam in a sluice to turn a turbine for the paper mill for its power. Paper mill was destroyed by a flood one year and never rebuilt, but the foundation of the paper mill is still back in there. If you like the outdoors, it's a great place to do hiking. We have a number of our students that just go out there to hike or hang in their hammocks.
Everyone on campus should try to get over here at least once. It's so close. You could walk here from campus, honestly. It's so nice to see. There's so much to see, and you can't get lost. If people want to start getting into hiking, this is a good place to start.